It's August 3rd, 2023, Calvin Castine on the Roxham Road. If we went down that road right there, we'd head toward the Park Safari in Hemingford, Quebec. Very popular tourist destination. But in order to do that, we'd have to illegally cross the border here. We're at the Roxham Road border. This road is called Roxham on both sides of the U.S.-Canadian border. And there's the marker that tells you which side is the U.S. and which side is Canada. We saw in the newspaper last week that they were tearing this down. We saw pictures of them tearing this down. So late September, there used to be a building here that was built because this was where literally thousands, well over 100,000. I'm going to call them illegal, although I've been cautioned about calling anybody illegal, but I'm going to call them irregular immigrants, I guess. Illegal immigrants tried to cross into Canada from the U.S. Obviously, they must have been legally in the U.S. when they did it. And then this past spring, President Biden and Prime Minister Trudeau signed some kind of an agreement that said first country is where you belong. If you're crossing, you're going to be sent back to that first country if you're picked up. So if you're in the U.S. legally and you cross into Canada and you're from Mexico or Puerto Rico, not Puerto Rico obviously, maybe Venezuela or Honduras or whatever, you would be returned to the U.S. because you were in the U.S. legally, so you're going to be sent back there. And theoretically, that's what we were supposed to be doing too. But ever since that was put into law, the illegal immigrants coming from the north into the U.S. has really grown. Now, this is a road here on both sides, but somehow the ones who are heading north decided they don't want to cross here. They'd rather cross through the woods. So they are crossing through the woods, going in each direction. People from the same countries going in different directions. Some going north, some going south. But in the meantime, the building that they built here to handle those thousands of immigrants coming through has been torn down. And they said that the number crossing here had dwindled down to just about nothing. So this is the situation here. So people who have followed the Roxham Road situation, this is how it looks today on this October 3rd. There's a little bit of litter left. I'm sure this will be picked up before the winter season sets in too far. And they still have the trash barrels here because, as we said, there's still a few that show up and wander through. And to be quite honest, if I were going to sneak into a country, I wouldn't be doing through the woods and through the fields. I'd be doing it right along the road. But that doesn't seem to be their thought process. So anyhow, both directions, heading north, heading south. They're now doing it through the woods, through the fields. And the number picked up on the U.S. side has reached all-time highs, and Clinton County is the worst as far as totals go on the northern border. The Clinton County area the Border Patrol picks up, it is the worst. So that will continue into the near future. The situation at this point in time does not seem like it's getting any better. Not yesterday, but last week, I saw a picture from Maple Street in Rouse's Point, where immigrants were picked up right in the heart of downtown Rouse's Point. So the situation is not improving, and with cold weather coming, we're not looking forward to what might happen here with those immigrants coming back and forth. And when they are picked up, unless they are some kind of a warrant out for their arrest, they are just about all given an appearance ticket for years down the road and then released. So they come across from the north, they're picked up by our Border Patrol, brought to a court and given an appearance date, and then released into our country even though they're not here in a legal status. And as far as what's happening to the ones going north from the U.S. into Canada, I think it's pretty much the same type of a situation. So just wanted to do an update here at the Roxham Road. And the sign is still here telling them not to cross. Written in French and English, but not in Spanish.